The day of the surgery, I said goodbye to my partner and my daughter, and I was wheeled into the operating room. It was lit by detestable fluorescent lighting. And you know how I feel about my lighting. The room was very animated, and the people in there discussed the fact that before the other surgeon got there, they would be an all-women's team. I looked over, and it was a black woman surgeon. I took this as a good sign, right? I mean, how many black women oncological surgeons are there in the world? I was ecstatic. Hi, I said. I just defended my dissertation and got my PhD in public policy. We had a conversation about the importance of mentoring the next generation of African American and black kids. It felt really good, and I started to get a little less frightened. Right before they started working on me with the anesthesia, I called them to the table. I said, listen, listen, listen. I want everybody to very carefully look at my chart right now. Can't be no oopsies, oh my God, there can be none of that. I am not here for racial or gender reassignment. I came in here a black woman, and when I wake up, I better be a black woman. And then, as if motivated by my self-definition, the world went black. When I woke up, I was so happy. Here I am. I'm back. I made it through. I'm alive. There was no guarantee that I would make it through. And then I looked across the room at the clock. It said 3:30. Uh-oh, this is not good. What time did the surgery start? I don't remember what time the surgery started, but this is much later than expected. I thought about my partner, my sister, my friends on the East Coast waiting and waiting and waiting and wondering past the expected time. Was I part of the 20% that had cancer? Very, very frightening. But I made it through, and at least I made it to Canada. And, let me see, I have too much to do to die now. Let me think, is the insurance, life insurance? We need to have life insurance. Oh yes, if I die before August, they'll be able to pay off the house. And it's only February now. Yankee Credo, family first, family first, family first. I still have to make a book proposal out of my dissertation. I have to write that play about Mrs. Reef, the Holocaust survivor. I have to clean and clear the basement. Oh my God, I'm a hoarder! And if I die, I won't be able to watch television. So I have too much to do to die now. I just have too much to do to die now. I'm way too busy. I have too much to do to die right now. Ah, that's a relief.
I'm 80% certain that this is not cancer.
And he was certain. And in fact, they found some troubling materials. He also said, I see chemo in your future. So I elected to have 6 chemo sessions. After sessions 3, 4, and 5, I was no longer frightened about death. And I was no longer haunted by the times in the hospital with my best friend Vivian and with my mother. I started to settle down a little bit and get calmer. I started to really deeply think about gratitude. I moved to another level of gratitude. I was grateful, and I still am, that I had health insurance. That I had so many hours of medical leave that I could take the 7 months off and be okay. That I had the resources to pay for vitamins, supplements, herbs, and yes, yoga. I resolved to be grateful for the rest of my life. I joined a support group at the Women's Cancer Resource Center in Oakland. Looking across the room and listening to a woman introduce herself, I was thrown back 5 years. I remember being in that very room. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I don't have cancer, but I'm here to support my friend Vivian. It was as clear as day. I had been in that room, I had sat in that very seat, cancer-free and supporting my friend. It was a very poignant moment for me, but I felt as though I had returned home. There was an occurrence after the 6th and final treatment. As I was going to get barbecue, which I usually did right after chemo, there was a communique from the body. The body said, "I don't want meat." What do you mean you don't want meat? You like meat. You demand meat. After every chemo session, we're going to go get ourselves some sliders. I don't want that. That's brown food. I want green food. You want what? I want green and white food. Green and white food. I want homemade pesto with ronzoni linguine. I want ronzoni linguine and pesto now! I realized that the body had been raised in New York, right? And so it wanted ronzoni. It's not easy to get out here. It's expensive. The body wanted it. You don't want to mess with the body, right? The body had gotten me through all that, so I ran off to the farmer's market and got some basil and made the pesto and fed the body. The body was happy. There was a final occurrence after the 6th chemo session. I looked into the mirror, and it was odd. No eyelashes, no eyebrows, no hair. There was a sadness and a weariness in my eyes that I had never seen before. It was the face of my mother. That same nostalgic, weary, sad, sad feeling. It was the kind of look that I saw on her face, usually in the winter, always on a Sunday, when she would play her Mahalia Jackson records and think about her mother, father, brother, and sisters, all long gone. I realized that I didn't need to wear that look in order to remember her. Mommy, I owe you my life. But look what you've done with it, she said. But I miss you so much. Mama knows, she'd say. Mama knows. And she would rock me. This journey from cancer back to life has had many lessons. I've learned to be grateful. I've learned that judgment is not always helpful. When I started to tell my story to other people, I realized that so many other people, their mothers, fathers, cousins, sisters, twins, uncles, had all suffered from cancer and its treatments. I realized that if I opened up, I could help other people in this way. And I resolved to do that. As my mother was dying, I came up with a phrase to comfort myself. I am a faith-filled servant of God, the ancestors, and everything that is divine. I hope the ancestors will accept this humble offering for all that they've given me. Namaste.